Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Fitness Over Everything podcast, also known as the FOEcast. This is a fitness and health and entertainment podcast. I'm also joined by my co-host during this podcast, but I'm not right now because I'm filming this intro the day after once again, just like in the previous episode, because we are having camera battery issues. But other than that, this episode we talk about weightlifting. We talk about some of our favorite exercises, things we're currently doing, and things of that nature. But before this episode starts and we get into the detail about weightlifting, we have a little intro portion where we talk about things that are going on like in our daily life, things we've come across like through social media, on the news, and everything of that nature. And today's intro portion is about 20 to 30 minutes long. We talk about this guy I ran into at my work. I work at the Planet Fitness. He ran into me after my workout when I was doing my posing practice a little bit. And he was an ex-bodybuilder, and he gave me some tips and pointers, so we talk a little bit about that. We also talk about, I asked Cubes this question, if he misses anything in high school, and he talks about that, and the answer wasn't what I expected. But also, we talk about the obesity epidemic, ways we could solve it, and just some interesting facts about it. We also talk about sex helping sleep in men, and just helping sleep in general, and some of the evolutionary aspects of why sex is helping sleep in men. We also talk about this dude at my work that was slamming his weights, and I almost set the lunk alarm off on him, but my boss wouldn't let me because it's a little loud. If you ever heard it before, it's pretty loud. But yeah, we get into some of that stuff, and then we get into the details of weightlifting, and we talk about that. So without further ado, let's get right into the episode. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. If you do, share it with a friend or a family member or someone you think could benefit from this podcast and some of the advice we give in it. And other than that, I hope you enjoy the episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. What up, what up? How's it going, Cubes?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right, man. I just got a nice-ass shoulder and bicep day.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, did you train today?
No, not yet.
Are you training after this?
Yeah.
What are you doing today?
I'm gonna go for another run.
How long?
4 miles.
Have you hired your coach yet?
I have talked to him. I haven't hired him yet.
Okay.
We already talked about my goals and stuff, but I think next month is when we're gonna be going to train more and stuff. Like we ran like.
That's funny. So we're gonna have like coaches at like around the same time.
Because you're doing it next month.
I'm not gonna hire him until like it's funny. He's gonna be my birthday present basically. Hiring my coach for a year.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of coaching, I ran into a dude today. So he comes to the gym, the Planet Fitness I work at. Mm-hmm. His name's Mike Santos.
Mike Santos,
I guess. I looked him up. But he after my workout, like I always like go into the gym and like look in the mirror and like do some posing practice and stuff like that. And like I've seen this dude a couple of times, and he's jacked. Like he looks like he's done bodybuilding and stuff like that. And like I'm like just in there like doing like my lat spreads and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And he just like comes up to me because like I like took a picture or whatever, and then he like came up to me when he was like leaving or whatever. And he's like, oh, you gotta like do this and like tuck your elbows in when you do this and stuff like that. And he's giving me some pointers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, how old? I was like, oh, like, and like I put it in and like definitely like gave me the good tips and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay, so it makes my physique look a little bit better when you're on stage, because that's the whole point of like posing and stuff like that, is to make you look basically bigger than you actually are. Like
no
that's
shit,
the point.
Yeah.
But he's fucking huge, and he was like, yeah, what's your name? I was like, I'm Trevor, and he was like, oh, I'm Mike, nice to meet you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, he was like, you compete? And I was like, well, I'm gonna, like, I've never competed before and stuff like that. And he was like, oh, I've done 3 different shows. Like, he's probably like in his like late 40s, 50.
Oh, so he's like,
somewhere around there. He's an older guy. He's a little shorter, but he's fucking huge. And he was like, yeah, it's really fun. And he was like, dude, you have a great physique for like being 19 years old and stuff like that. So it boosted my confidence a little bit.
Yeah,
I was
definitely.
like, hell yeah. So kind of made my day.
That's good. Yeah, those things. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What have you been up to recently?
Or I did my first boxing class.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Dude, boxing, if you want to like have a killer cardio workout, boxing's this definitely the
that
thing
shit
to
you
do.
see in the movies is no joke.
That really isn't, man. Like, dude, it's oh my god, dude. Like first, like they had me just like you know, like they wrapped my hands, but I didn't do it. Like then he let me finish it, and I didn't do it the right way. So
on one of the hands?
Yeah, on my left hand, yeah. And this one...
Oh, I can see it.
Oh, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
look at that.
It's puffy and purple.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Wrap your hands, guys.
Dude,
is that from hitting the bag?
The heavier bag, yeah. Because when you're punching the bag,
you would assume it's your knuckles, right?
Yeah. But like when you're like punching it, you're supposed to do it in like a certain, because like if your hand's not wrapped enough and it's in the glove and then like your hand can move, then that's not good. So that's what when I was hitting the bag, the heavier one, not like the light one, because there's tons of type of bags and stuff that weight.
Yeah.
And I was on like the first one, it was like the light one, and then the second one was the heavier one, and then the third was like the most heavier one. And I think I did it on the second one.
Did you hit all 3 bags though?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was good. It was like I did that.
Could you tell a difference? Like, no?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So what's the purpose of having different weights? Do you know?
He didn't really talk about that part. You know, he just had me doing like certain combos and stuff, and then
should look into that. Like, why do you have to hit like different weighted bags and stuff?
Because I'm no boxer.
Well, probably when you hit people, some people are a little more dense than other people.
Yeah,
I guess it's like preparing for hitting like bigger dudes or something.
Something like that, yeah.
More dense dudes.
And then you know what he had me do too? This is like I haven't done this in a long time, but you know what a bear crawl is?
A bear crawl?
Yeah. He was having us do bear crawls around like the mat and stuff. Dude, we had to do like 20 of them, 20 laps.
When I went to Utah, I had to do bear crawls up a fucking huge ass hill. And then you have to bear crawl backwards down it. I did some crazy bear crawl shit. Dude, it was not fun. So I know exactly how you're feeling.
Dude, yeah, but nah, that's a boxing is definitely a good sport to like actually try to get into.
Yeah,
like,
I've always like been interested in combat sports and stuff like that, but I'm not a fighter, guys. I'm a lover. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
No, yeah, but it's just even like
for the training aspect. I don't think I'll ever like train to fight someone and like fight, but I would like to train like a fighter. Like that'd be sick.
Like I've been watching a lot of like MMA and stuff and UFC and like listen to Joe Rogan's podcast. Is he'll have like GSP on, bro, and like. They say like fighting isn't like what everyone thinks it is. Like
it's not like this brutal sport.
It's not
it's
like
big on like camaraderie and stuff.
They teach you how to be. It teaches you to be disciplined
and endurance.
Have respect.
Endurance in the sense of like life. Like being able to go through hard shit in life and stuff like that and come out of it still.
Exactly. So it's definitely a good thing that they have like all the fighters and stuff. Like they have their own like good mental like health. Because like they still go through things, but like they still like that's a lot of like it's a good thing. Like, and it's funny because you do like you run a lot and stuff like that. Exactly.
And running's like that too. It's like it's just like ultra marathon runners and shit like that and triathletes. It's just like how much shit can you fucking go through, and like it's such a like mental like a mental capacity test
like you have to
see how far you can fucking push yourself,
overcome your mind and to like be able to, because it's like all about your mind. Like if you're gonna keep running, if your mind's saying to you to stop, you might stop, but if you just tell that little voice in your mind to keep going,
it's all in your fucking head. Like,
exactly.
I mean, it gets to a point where like you could get like rhabdo. You know what rhabdo is? Like your muscles, like literally, you're like shutting down type shit. Your organs start shutting down. They're like, bro, fucking chill.
You got
But what you read the David Goggins book, and he talked about it in the book and in some of his interviews and stuff like that. He talks about how like we only use like 40% of our actual capacity.
I saw that. Yeah. That's crazy.
Like even like someone like him says he's like still doesn't like use like full capacity. Like you're literally unable to, but like most people only use like 40% of their like mental capacity.
Yeah,
like,
not even sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
it's like probably less than that most of the time.
Though.
But like your limit, like when you're like lifting or running or anything like that, your like perceived limit is only 40% of your actual limit.
Yeah, that's
like,
why when you ever hear people say like, "Did you go your 100%?" Like,
yeah, you're like but you fucking did.
But you really didn't.
It's like, I went 110%. No, you fucking didn't. You went like 45, bro.
Exactly.
It's like it's not that serious, and people underestimate that stuff.
Wouldn't that be crazy though? If you did find like if you were able to go over that percent, like if you went into like you'd probably be like
you're David Goggins.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Bro, he literally did 3 hell weeks in 1 year. Fucking was running like marathons and shit, like on broken feet and like, bro, like.
Dude, did you see the pictures of his feet?
Nah, I never did. I don't like feet, so I don't fucking. I wasn't gonna look up David Goggins' feet.
No, there's pictures with their feet in the book.
Yeah. Oh, there is.
Yeah,
I remember him.
Man, that shit was gross.
Yeah, I don't remember him. That's not something that would stick with me. It's like, bro, I know how his feet look like.
Like,
over like so we haven't talked in like 2 days. Anything interesting happen?
No, not really.
It's just boring life. It's a hot fucking day out today, guys.
Really is,
like literally, I just got a workout in. I literally just got home from work, picked Cubes up, and I was like, I'm not gonna fucking shower because like I'm just gonna get hot again because I always sweat when we do these damn podcasts. And I'm like, I took one of my coworkers pre-workouts, and it's like super high stim, and like it's like 350 like milligrams of caffeine and shit like that. So I'm pretty hot right now. I got a nice fucking heat wave going. But yeah, it's wicked hot out, and it's gonna be hot for like the next couple of days.
Yeah, it's supposed to have like a heat wave or something like that.
Yeah, I might go to the beach tomorrow, low key.
Damn, you're lucky.
Maybe. I don't know. I might have work. I don't know. I talked to my boss about picking up 2 extra days, like Friday and Saturday. So I work Tuesday through Saturday.
Oh, there you go.
But
yeah.
she didn't. She was like, "Yeah, you could definitely do that." But we never like said like, "Oh, this week." So I'm thinking next week.
You
probably.
guys full staff there?
Well, we're hiring right now because like everyone put their 2 weeks in because we got
school and stuff.
Yeah, people going back to school and people are going. We got someone that's like in the military and stuff like that. So like, yeah, everyone's like leaving. So like, we're hiring mad new people, and like, I'm new. But I'm out here, like yesterday I was literally training someone that was new basically, and I've only been there for a week. Yeah, I'm like, all right, this is how you do this on the computer. I literally just learned this yesterday, bro.
That's crazy.
It's mad funny. Speaking of shit, what was I about to... Oh, I had some questions that I actually wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Is there anything that you like in particular that you like miss about high school? This just popped in my head earlier. I was like,
Or honestly, having like the easier life, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like you don't have that much more responsibilities. Also some of the teachers.
You miss the teachers?
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy. Like who?
Mr. Lanoy. He was dope.
I never had him, so.
Mr. Barry. Mr. Cousin. I mean, not Mr. Guys. He was chill.
Nah.
Oh.
You got some weird teachers that you liked.
Dude, why?
My favorite teachers were substitute teachers that just fell asleep.
Exactly, yeah.
Those are my favorite teachers, guys. Nah, if I had a favorite teacher, like, I don't...
Dude, Miss McCarthy, though? He was chill,
Mrs.
too.
Donovan. Freshman year graphic teacher.
Only
teacher I ever liked, basically, and then she left.
Just chill?
Yeah, she just left though. She went to teach one of the art classes down in the middle school. So then we got Miss Dodge, and then we got I don't know. But yeah, she was really nice. I don't know. I never really enjoyed obviously Coach Mack and stuff like that, but he was my football coach, so I just didn't have to do shit in his class. He just passed me anyways, bro. He just give me the answers, the tests and stuff. He'd be like, "Oh, you want to come by and stay after, so you can retake that test." And then he would literally retake the test with me and give me the answers and shit. I'm like, "All right, bro, good looks."
Mr. Ashford was chill too. I liked him too.
I never had him for a gym teacher. I don't think.
Oh shit, really?
Maybe one semester, or maybe I had him for a couple classes, but I changed my schedule or something. But I don't remember having him. But yeah, he always used to come up to me about fucking rap my lyrics and shit. Yeah, it's funny. The other day before our episode, this is kind of fucked to bring this up after talking about Ashford. Now that I think of it, but we were talking in the car and we were like, "Oh, we're gonna talk about that on the podcast," and then we never actually talked about it.
Yeah.
Obesity.
Oh yeah.
You had some things you wanted to say. I got some things I want to say because I actually, in the chapter of the book I'm reading right now, I'm reading The Physics of Resistance Exercise. It's written by Doug Brignoli. It's like a different perspective and outlook on resistance training for aesthetic purposes and building a good physique. Basically bodybuilding.
No, that's
it's like a training style and what he does to avoid injury and stuff like that.
Because
it's using the physics of the way your muscles and body and limbs and stuff actually fucking move. So it's to develop them because that's how they're supposed to move.
Yeah,
you know what
and
I mean?
it's to actually properly use them.
Yeah, it's people use incline barbell press, bench press, to develop their pecs, but they're actually not even using their pecs. That's not the anatomical movement of your pectoral muscles, at all. So it basically just goes into depth about that. But the chapter I just read yesterday was about balance exercise and Bosu balls and shit that, and saying how fucking pointless they are. For the specifics of developing a physique and stuff like that, it makes no fucking sense. But it also was talking about how. We'll get into it, but you had some shit.
No, yeah.
You wanted to say.
I was thinking. All right, so you know how because before COVID, I'm pretty sure it was one of the obesity obesity isn't just overweighted people. It's also people that have
I'm obese. Low key.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's the BMI is fucking stupid. So technically, I'm obese, but I'm not. But yeah, don't ever fucking look at the BMI and
that shit's so
be
stupid.
"Oh, I'm obese." You're probably fucking obese for Christ's sake. Technically, I'm supposed to be 140 pounds. That's basically what it said.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, I got like 100 pounds of fucking lean muscle mass on me. Like, I'm obviously gonna weigh a lot more.
Yeah, that's just stupid. But like, also like, you know, because with obesity, you know, it connects to diabetes, high blood pressure.
Yep. Hypertension. Strokes, heart attack,
heart attacks,
all fucking diseases. Yeah. Like obesity is like it's like one of the main causes of like most diseases, like Alzheimer's, like sleep apnea, like shit like that, like all of it.
And no, we're not doctors, so like
we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We're not a doctor. Don't take our advice, but definitely fucking listen.
Yeah, but like so you know how like, you know, when you're going to places and stuff and you're driving and stuff, you know, the most of the time you see is like, you know, you see fast food places. You know, you see McDonald's, Burger King, all those places.
You see T. Callow's tweet the other day?
No, what is his tweet?
No, it wasn't a tweet. He posted in All Matters Wareham or whatever, the Facebook group, and he was like, instead of more fucking disgusting fast food places, can we get an Olive Garden?
Oh my god!
And Olive Garden's like the McDonald's of restaurants.
Yeah, that's just fake.
Like he was just joking. Yeah, like, but it was funny. Like he was like, stop putting like fast food places. They're disgusting. It was so funny. And then all the comments were like, really, bro, Olive Garden and shit like that. Like it's like the McDonald's of fucking restaurants.
Like, and like, you know, all these, like, I mean, honestly, the one place.
If you guys can hear any noises, it's it's babies and my nephews, my nephew, my niece, and my little sister running upstairs. So apologize if you guys can hear that.
No, but in Buzz's Bay Main Street, we actually having some nice, healthy places. We got this Blenberry.
There's no fast food.
That's what I mean.
Is that what you... Yeah, what the fuck? I actually didn't... Well, Dunkin'. There's Dunkin'.
Okay, and Honeydew.
Yeah, and, but Honeydew's also, it's not a fast food joint. It's literally part of the gas station.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean?
Yeah.
What else
Subway
is in there?
too.
Subway's in there.
But actually, no, Subway's not there anymore, actually.
Oh, yeah, because they moved.
They moved or something like that. Yeah. But, you know, that's, like, Main Street's like, one of the only places that I know.
Yeah. Go Harder Nutrition, Blended Berry.
The juice.
Leo's. Yeah, that juice place or whatever. Mezzaluna's not, like, obviously, it's a nice restaurant. It's not fast food, but it's probably fucking high calories.
Oh, no, definitely.
But it's a nice, fancy restaurant.
Buzz's Bay House of Pizza.
Yeah.
Mahoney's down in Main Street near the canal.
Mahoney's is so fucking good. You ever have their the buffalo chicken?
No, but I heard it was good. Paul told me that.
What are they? Good. The buffalo chicken
bites or some of that?
No, they're called what the fuck? Rangoons. Yeah, they're Rangoons.
Yeah,
buffalo chicken Rangoons. They're so good, bro. But they literally it's mad expensive, and they only give you like 6 of them, and they're like the size of like a sushi thing. Like they're tiny. And
so it's like
buffalo
chicken in them?
Yeah, it's like buffalo chicken and cream cheese and shit. It's mad good.
That sounds bomb, man.
Yeah, it's so good.
But what's it called? So like, you know, why won't like other than like making places like, you know, McDonald's and stuff, why don't put like healthier places? You know, like I know like McDonald's and Burger and all those kind of places of fast food, they're cheap. You know what I mean? I mean, not as much as like, you know, but like because they've definitely gone up. I don't even think they have a dollar menu anymore. But like, I feel like that's it's like people rely on like going to like if they like for a snack or like
it's convenience.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But like it's hard to say it. I don't know what the real word is, but
you don't have to say the exact word. But
yeah, but it's like we're making like our country's making our people overweight. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like
it's convenience. Yeah, it's laziness. They just want people to. Yeah, it's that convenience. Like people just want something convenient that's quick, easy, and non-expensive.
Yeah.
Without realizing that it's poison.
Exactly, because like you know you could make a family of 4 could go to like McDonald's, you know, maybe spend not even over $30, but like that's. And then like another family could cook, you know, have like go to a Stop and Shop, cook food, have and actually have a healthy dinner, but like
without all the fucking oils and fillers and all the shit that's in fast food.
It's just all the stuff that's like that we like, you know, and even like what's other places that are like like even like those main places like the McDonald's, Burger King, like they're like, you know, tons of money, but like it's just like I don't know, during like COVID I've like realized with like the pandemic and stuff that those places made the most money out of the most restaurants
because they had the drive-through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And like they had that whole thing already set up, so it's not like, you know, because like with us when we were doing takeout at Leo's, we had to make a big giant system and stuff. But like with places like fast food like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, KFC, Taco Bell, they had it already set up and stuff. And then that's what, I feel like, when people say like, oh, COVID, I had the COVID weight.
No, you made bad decisions.
Exactly. And then they got that because of not like...
And you hid in your house and didn't move.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people blame COVID for that type of shit, but it wasn't COVID. It was the fact that you made bad decisions with your food. You were eating out all the time and going through the drive-thrus and whatnot.
Yeah.
Drinking away your problems. The stress and anxiety itself was probably led to those bad decisions.
And I know like some people, they'd say that like they would use COVID as like an excuse, but
probably
also
shouldn't say that word.
I know.
We're gonna have to bleep it out.
But like
the C word.
Yeah, the C word.
Let's call it the C word.
But they used that as like because they were stressed out because some people lost their jobs, so it was like they were gonna when they were depressed.
Yeah, people thought it was like the end of the world, and I don't blame them. But
no, exactly.
But then there's people like, not to toot my own horn, but toot, but like. I took the opportunity that, we're in quarantine, everyone, like, we're fucking stuck in our houses and all that, and I took it to change my life. Like, I was like,
no, exactly.
I'm going to get healthy, and I'm going to come out of this a fucking different person, and that's what I did. Even though that first, 3 months in quarantine, bro, all I did was play fucking video games.
Really?
I played video games, I worked out, but I was on a healthy diet, and I lost fucking, 40, 50 pounds. It's like... It wasn't the fact that, it was all, the diet. It was just my diet was great. I was sedentary as fuck other than, going, for an hour workout. Mm-hmm. But I was sitting home just eating healthy, but I was sitting on my ass being lazy. It's I still lost weight. It's not the fact that, you're I'm working out and I'm not losing weight. It's 100% your diet and stuff. You're overeating.
And then, then there was people that weren't working out, eating like shit, going to fast food places, and sitting home playing video games.
Yeah, and that's just...
And that's what I mean? That's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So in my book, it was talking, like I said, it was talking about, the Bosu balls and stuff like that, but it says, there was a chart in the book that I took a picture of. It said that since 1960, that obesity rates in the United States have been steadily rising. As of the date of this study, 2010, so the study was taking place in 2010, nearly 36% of all Americans qualified as obese. And obese is defined as 30 pounds overweight. Currently, obesity is more prevalent than ever before and is projected to reach the 50% mark by the year 2030. So we're not going to good places, guys.
We're not going.
That's gonna lead to an increase in heart disease, increase in suicide rates, increase in everything. It's gonna increase everything because, like we said before, the majority of people that suffer from these types of diseases is because of the fact they either were obese at one point or they are obese, and I think that has a lot to do with my mental health issues, other than the genetics in my background, in my family and stuff. But the fact that I was obese and overweight led to a lot of depression and anxiety and stuff like that because I was fucking fat as fuck. I hated myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, they show the chart. And it says, it is interesting to note that the revenues spent on fitness club memberships also have been rising at approximately the same rate, but there are now more dollars being spent annually on fitness products and services than ever before, but that literally did not translate to a decrease in the obesity rates. So it's people are spending way more money now on fitness products and gym memberships because the rate, people are getting fatter.
Yep.
But they're not losing weight. They're still getting fatter even with that. So that was kind of cool to see that even with all the purchase, buying a gym membership doesn't fucking make you skinny, guys. You actually got to put in the work. You know what I mean? And it's not the gym. It's your diet.
It's your diet. Yeah.
I mean, the gym is definitely a useful tool to aid with weight loss and stuff like that. There's a picture of me. Look how sexy I am.
Damn, there you go.
Dude, the abs are coming out. I'm on a cut, so they're coming out nice. But yeah, that's just obesity is just in my mind, even if it isn't statistically, it's the worst disease. Honestly, it's not even a disease, but I think it's the worst thing on this planet.
No, definitely.
Dude, you know, I was thinking of. I actually talked to my girlfriend this, and we're on a serious note, but this just made me laugh and dude, imagine if we banned clothing. Imagine if clothing was not existent. Like, it did not exist, right? You know how many people would be in better shape?
What the fuck?
You know how many
That's
people would
so
be in
true,
better
though.
shape because
It would
they're
be.
like insecure about their bodies and shit. They'd want
That's
to be in better
crazy.
shape.
Like if we were like
If
cavemen,
everyone was just naked, yeah.
like
I
in
mean,
the old
cover
days.
the and
I
cover the
would
puss.
fucking
You know
hope
what I
so,
mean?
yeah.
But let the titties out. But I mean,
Oh yeah, but
but
fucking-
like. Dude, like, if just no one was allowed to wear clothes or whatever, like, say it was,
That's
like,
crazy,
illegal, mad
yeah,
people would either stay inside and fucking die of obesity because
that's
they, like,
true.
can't handle it.
Yeah.
Or, like, a lot of people would be like, all right, well, if I can't wear clothes, like, I'm going to get in better shape so I look better naked. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And even if you don't look like a fucking IFBB pro bodybuilder, like, you're still going to, like, look better. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah, definitely.
like, looking average means you look like everybody else.
Yeah.
And looking
I
average
mean,
is all you should really
and like
strive
people,
for.
you know, you don't have to like, you know, if you didn't want to like, you know, because some people, you know, they might not want to work out and stuff, but you don't have to like go to the gym and be a bodybuilder or be a, you know, a triathlon. Just
And that's what's
Just-
great about
that's-
Planet Fitness. Like,
that's
people
what I
hate
mean.
on Planet Fitness and stuff like that, but, like, I was taking the training and I had to watch a bunch of videos and
Yeah,
stuff like that. And
yeah,
it was just
yeah.
talking about how Planet Fitness is literally just, like, the lowest barrier to entry gym.
Oh,
like,
I was gonna say that I feel like, you know, because you're working there. Honestly, wouldn't you highly recommend for a person where to start out to get
yeah,
a gym
I
membership?
would say
is
Planet Fitness. Yeah,
exactly.
because,
Yep.
like, as much as, like, it's fucking stupid to say, oh, the judgment-free zone, because obviously there's still judgment
Oh,
there.
yeah,
Like,
nah.
like, me and my, like, coworkers and stuff like that, we judge people all the time.
Oh my
But,
God,
like, it's
damn.
like, I
You're
don't know.
fucking hypocrites.
Yeah, I know, literally.
Jesus.
Like, exactly. Like, we literally are, but, like, we do it for a reason. Like, there's some people
No,
that you
yeah.
just have to, like, it's like they're asking for it. You know what I mean? No, but, yeah, it's like everyone there is there for the same reason to better
Exactly,
their
to
mental and
benefit
physical health, look better, feel better, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But, like, there's just a wide variety in the demographic of the people that are in there. There's old people, there's overweight people, there's very fit people, there's young people. Like, it's just, like,
Oh,
the
yeah,
demographic is
yeah.
just everyone. Like,
Oh, I
it's a
bet you-
gym for everyone.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not a gym for if you are an IFBB pro bodybuilder, like, fucking trying to go there and deadlift and stuff. Like, obviously, they don't have, like, free weight, like, barbells and stuff like that. But, like, it's a great, like, just place
Start
to
off
start.
gym, yeah, exactly, yeah.
And that was, like, kind of, like, some of what we wanted to talk about today. That would be a good, like, what's it called? Segue
yeah.
into what we're talking about today. But we wanted to talk about just, like weightlifting, exercise, and, like, how to start, like, its benefits and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we can get right into that. It's a perfect segue. I had more I wanted to talk about, but we'll talk about it another time. Because we'll literally go for a fucking hour, and then, like, the next hour will be a
2 hours
2-hour
after.
episode, yeah. So what, like, I know we talked about this at the beginning.
Okay.
Like, you're about to, like, start training for a marathon. What is, like, your training look like right now at the moment before, like?
So right now I usually do.
Ooh,
you
you're
know-
sweating a little bit too.
Dude, yeah,
I see
it's
it.
freaking hot.
I'm
man.
not alone, guys. Cubes is sweaty too.
This is the first time.
Dude, my ass is, like, so sweaty right
Yeah,
now.
my back is sweaty,
Yeah, it's
bro.
just-
I fucking
ugh.
hate this shit.
I don't know. I might still have a pump too. So I might look shiny and all pumped up from the gym. But yeah, what's your training like right now?
So right now I usually do. I try to run 5 days, and then I do the rest 2 days. I do lifting.
Okay.
Sometimes
so
I'll
5
check-
days of running training, like
Yeah,
training or
yeah,
cardio and stuff like
yeah.
that, and then you do 2 days of
2
weights.
days of weights, yeah.
What do those weight training days look like?
I do shoulders, chest, and triceps, and then I do back and biceps, and then I'll switch them up. Like
You don't train legs at all?
or I do sometimes.
Do you just like
or like
I'm running 5 times a week and doing all this stuff, so like is no point?
Or usually on my last day of the 5 days, I'll do a half of a run. Like I'll do 2 miles a run, and then I'll do an hour of squat, like lifting. Like
okay.
like
Okay.
you know what I mean?
That's smart. That's smart, yeah.
I don't usually because I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to overtax your legs
Yeah,
and then
and
have
you're not-
it affect your running.
Exactly.
It's all based on like your goals. Like you're trying to be a runner. You're not trying to have fucking
Be
vascular ass
Yeah,
quads,
exactly,
like shit
yeah.
like that.
And,
You're
like-
just trying to be able to run.
yeah, because you don't want to be
Yeah, you don't want to be fucking big.
Fucking big,
you
yeah.
don't wanna
Like
be
if I was
jacked
your
like that.
size, I would.
There is no people that run that are my size.
Dude,
I have way too much muscle mass to be a runner, bro.
But
Like,
yeah, because at first I did like I put that in towards like my third day of doing it, but then I realized in my like training the next 2 days were like bad because my legs would be so like my my workout for my legs would be so like hard. So the next day I'd be like, oh crap, my legs. You know?
Yeah,
So
that's why I don't run, because like I train legs like a fucking animal, and then like, dude, I wouldn't be able to run the next day if like you were like, oh, you want to go for a run? I'd be like, no,
you wouldn't. Yeah,
I don't even want to walk, but I have to.
But you have to, yeah.
If I could, I'd fucking lay in bed all day after like post leg day, because I get like massive DOMs. And if you don't know what DOMs are, do you know what DOMs are?
No.
It's delayed onset muscle soreness. So it's like when you're sore for like 4 days.
Oh, actually,
it's like when you're not sore, or when you're not sore the next day, but then you're sore the next day. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah. So I get that sometimes, like, because I train a little too hard. Probably I probably tax my muscles a little more.
Maybe you probably put in a couple more percent, like add 1 or 2.
Well, it's like more.
Is it like that, or
so there's a certain like volume where it's like your maximum recoverable volume, like to like a certain amount of sets that you can do to still be able to recover. So if you exceed that limit, you're not going to recover basically. And then it's because like, especially like eating in a deficit and not eating fucking like at my maintenance or like in a surplus, like it's kind of breaking down that muscle a little too much to a point. But there's also like optimal like volume for like progression and recovery and stuff like that. And that's just like an experiment,
too, right? Doesn't like if you're
dude, I sleep so good because I just exercise I exercise so much. Like in terms of like quality of sleep, I don't know. I'm not a fucking sleep doctor. Yeah, but like. I think I sleep great. I'm out like a light. Like,
do you want to know something kind of crazy? I read this.
Speaking of sleep, I want to say something too, because I listened to a podcast. Literally, it was a 3-hour podcast today while I was at work about like sleep. It was a sleep doctor.
I heard it was it's funny because it was a podcast on Joe Rogan. It was a doctor, on sleep and stuff, and he said, I guess, like training, like lifting weights and stuff.
Helps you sleep.
It helps you with your sleep.
Yeah, it increases like the production of melatonin at night and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of benefits. Like that's one of the benefits of training, guys. Yeah. Like, you can sleep way better if you exercise. If you have shitty sleep and you're just like sedentary all the time, why don't you get out and like do something? Yeah. Like if you get out and do something, you'll probably sleep better. Yeah. But I wanted to say this because I came across it. But sex helps sleep.
I heard that.
Yeah, you know how like, all right, so this is how it is. Like, so men, when you have sex and you ejaculate, and this is different than from like masturbation, obviously, because like sex, you produce a lot more like dopamine and stuff like that during sex than you do masturbating, because you're fucking alone rather than with a partner. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like. You after sex, you ever like experience like, oh, I'm fucking tired, like you want to just go to sleep,
you want to just lay down.
You know what I think it is, like obviously, so scientifically, like there's been studies done that men do release like certain like chemicals in their brain that make them tired after sex. So that's proven. So that actually happens. Like if you fucking have sex, you're gonna sleep better, basically. But also, I have a feeling it has something to do with like evolution, like. Yeah. A guy finishes, right? And that's the male's sole purpose in life is to reproduce. So I think it's the fact that when a guy finishes, climaxes, ejaculates, comes, like whatever the fuck you want to call it, when he finishes, it's like him like succeeding. So then it's like your body, like your brain is like, all right, we did our job. Now we can like rest. You know what I mean?
That makes sense,
right?
Dude. It really does. Sense. It really
does. And that's just something I like thought of my own. Like
it wasn't like
that wasn't in the podcast, but that's what I think it is. Like
honestly, it
makes sense. That's why people like do. I think that's why people do like the no fat November shit and like don't jerk off for like a month or like a while. Don't ejaculate for a while because it builds up their like thing is like, oh, it builds up testosterone and stuff like that. And people feel like more like energized and everything when they don't fucking jizz because that's like I said, like that's their sole purpose or whatever. So if you do that, you're gonna be just a lazy fuck all the time. Yeah,
but that is right though. Like after you have sex, it's like you feel
you fulfilled your fucking purpose in life. Like I just fucking reproduced. Like now I can fucking die. Like, and like I guess so. Also, I guess females secrete more chemicals in their brain after sex or after finishing that make them want to stay awake. And that's why girls are always like, let's cuddle, like, let's talk, or like, let's have sex again. It's like, no. That's so it's scientifically proven that they release chemicals like that. So that's like
the opposite.
Yeah, it's complete opposite.
Okay,
so I thought that was interesting. I just want to bring that up.
Honestly, yeah.
And also, this we gotta talk about it. I'm just getting sidetracked. Never mind. We can talk about that another time. Just more shit about like evolution and stuff like that, because that stuff's always interesting.
Dude, I want to,
So, you're training now 5 days a week.
Yep.
My split is actually a 5-day split.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for weights, because
yeah.
I'm not a runner, guys. I don't think I look like one either. Cubes, like, if you literally like look like you look like a runner. Like, I wouldn't say anything else, but yeah, my split's like a 5-day split right now. It's very odd. It's something different. I've been doing it for like 2 months, but it's like the first day of the split is chest, back, and biceps. Second day of the split is legs and triceps. Third day of the split, shoulders and biceps, which was today. That's why I got the nice shoulder pump right now. No, I'm playing. But oh, my nipple popped out, I think. Nip slip on YouTube.
Jeez.
But and then the fourth day is chest and back, and then the fifth day is shoulders, legs, triceps. So I'm training like my bicep or tricep like every day. Basically just like 2 movements, like not crazy, not like, so like they just constantly have that stimulus to grow, so I'm trying to get big arms. But because like, dude, you ever look after an arm day and you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm jacked,
you
and
feel
then you go
swole,
home,
dude.
and then you go home and you're like, why am I so small? Because the pump's gone. That's how I feel like 24/7.
Do you know how long the last of the swole feels? Like how long
like
does
a
the
pump?
pump?
I don't know. I feel like everyone's probably different.
You think so?
But usually like an hour. Not even like 45 minutes, and then like because usually like by the time I get home, like I don't have a pump anymore.
Yeah.
It also depends on how lean you are, because you could just like, if you're lean enough, you probably just look like you have a pump all the time. You know what I mean? Like your vascularity and the veins popping and stuff, and like what supplements you take. Like if your blood flow is crazy.
Yeah.
Favorite movements? What's your favorite movements? We're just gonna talk about us for a little bit, guys. So if you like want to like skip
workouts,
like what's your favorite like exercise? But we're going to talk about us for a little bit, guys. But if you want, skip ahead. I'll probably say in the intro when we get into the actual shit.
So I got a couple ones. I got deadlifts. I like doing deadlifts.
Okay. I hate deadlifts.
You do,
so we're
yeah?
complete opposites in that. I will never deadlift again. Well, not ever again. Like I did when I went to Utah. I hit 335 for a triple, so that was cool.
Oh, shit. There you go.
Yeah, because I don't deadlift often, so I just like wanted to test my like what I could do for a triple, and I probably could have done more. But yeah, I have a bad lower back.
Oh, so they say that
just not
with
for
people,
me.
yeah.
It's really not for me.
They said deadlifts are the type of exercise that if you don't practice the form,
if you don't do it right, you're gonna fucking hurt yourself.
You might not like hurt yourself that day, but you're gonna hurt yourself when you're older.
Yeah, so I hurt myself back in sophomore year. I fucking picked up like 420 or something like that.
You were
when I was a sophomore.
You were like, I'm gonna be able to do. Yeah, that's what happens.
I herniated one of my discs, and then also when I was getting like when I was experiencing like a lot of my mental issues and stuff like that, and getting sick and whatnot, they like were doing CAT scans on my brain and like doing a bunch of shit, and they like blood tests and all this stuff. They did a spinal tap, and they fucked it up. So like they went a spinal tap. You like literally you're like in like the fetal position, and they fucking take a big ass needle that's like this fucking big, stick it in your back. They have to go into your spinal cord to pull fluid out of your spinal cord to test the fluid for like I have no idea why they do it or like what it shows in the tests and stuff like that. But they went to do it. And like when they did it, since it's your fucking nerves, I like twitched when they hit it like the wrong way, and I like twitched, and it fucking killed. And keep in mind, I was all anesthesia, like drugged up. No, I was drugged up, and I still felt it. Like that's how painful it is. Damn. And I remember how painful it is. And like
I heard isn't it like it's a giant needle?
Dude, the needle's this big. It's literally this big, and I just. And then they fucking like, damn. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. So then they had to do it again because they did it wrong. So I got 2 spinal taps in the same fucking day. And that fucked my back up a little bit too. So I've seen chiropractors on and off. I probably should go soon because they're great. Make me feel like a fucking spaghetti noodle after I come home, and I just feel all loose and stuff. It feels good. But definitely like gonna go to the chiropractor probably like once every like 2-3 weeks, especially when I start this hardcore fucking training split with my coach and shit like that, because I don't want to fucking hurt myself. Oh, there's the timer. We'll be back in a jiffy. But yeah, the chiropractor is like really beneficial. Yeah, so just the deadlift, that's one of your favorite movements. What's your like favorite muscle group to train? Like chest day, back day, bicep, arms, shoulders, legs, quads, hams, calves. Like
I'd say I'd say back biceps.
You like back and biceps?
Yeah.
Okay. And that could lead right into, because there's like we already talked about like how to start. But we can get into that a little bit, because there's so many things you can do when you train. Going to Planet Fitness and just doing that fucking like 30-minute like thing, like honestly, that's a really good start. Yeah. Like you can get a like full body workout, but there's different types of like ways you could start. If I were to start anyone, like when it comes to training, because like I'm a nutrition coach, and like if like I'm gonna coach you, there's gonna be a little bit of like physical activity involved in there. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you should probably go to the gym, like and get like a 45-minute exercise. I'm not a personal trainer, so I'm not gonna give you shit. I could if I was a personal trainer, like I technically could give you something, but like I don't know. I'm not big into personal training because I believe that nutrition is the number one priority. You know what I mean? So, but when I would start someone out, like say someone like was getting their nutrition in check, I would honestly not change someone's diet first. I would be like, go for a 10-minute walk every single day just to get some activity in. Yeah. See how their body reacts and see how that goes. Up that to 20 minutes next week or 15 or whatever, like whatever it is, because that's like the lowest taxing exercise you could probably do for like the average person is start walking. Yeah. And I have lost like I got down to 180 pounds. That's a 100-pound weight loss strictly walking for cardio. I never did anything else. So if you think walking isn't beneficial, you're fucking crazy. I lost 100 pounds and I didn't do an ounce of running on the treadmill or anything like that. All I did was walk. I mean, like, maybe
you also lift weights,
I went on the treadmill like once or twice for a mile just to test my mile time and shit like that. But like, I never like was like, I'm going to do cardio and I'm gonna fucking kill myself in cardio. It was always just walking. Even if it was on the treadmill, I'd walk on the treadmill on an incline, like slight incline.
See, like, yeah, I couldn't. I mean, of course, I don't mind a walk, but like, see, with me, it's like I need to be doing something. Like, I need to be doing some like. Active,
you know how many Netflix shows I fucking watched on the treadmill,
man,
bro?
Like, dude, I watched like,
I used to watch an episode because it was 45 minutes. Usually an episode of a show is like 45 minutes. So that's how I would do like my cardio, because I usually try to get 30 to 45 minutes of cardio, especially when I'm like following like Live Hard program or 75 Hard or something like that. You have to have 45 minutes. So watch an episode or whatever. But yeah, when I'm out walking and stuff like that, it's podcasts. I just listen to podcasts. Same thing. Why do you think we're doing this? Like, we just love podcasts, so we were like, we should fucking start one. Yeah. And obviously we're not the best at it. This is episode 3. So if you're listening to this right now, what up? Welcome to episode 3. But yeah, we just like podcasts, and like I said, like that's what I listen to, and to keep myself busy and not focus on stuff. And usually the podcasts are not like comedy or like they're educational, you know. Exactly. And I fucking learn some cool shit, like learn about studies, learn about like shit that's like going on, current events and stuff like that. And we just kind of wanted to structure our podcast like that too. We didn't want it to just be like strictly knowledge. Like, we want to be funny, like we want to be ourselves. So I think we're pretty funny. If you guys think we're funny, share this with a friend. But yeah, when it comes to start, I would start someone like just for like the average person that's seeking like general health and fitness, like just to get a little like healthier and stuff like that. I would start them out with walking. Yeah. And then that walking could develop into some sort of training. But most trainers and most professionals will do full body splits. So it'll be like, all right, start with like 2 days full body or something like that, or two days a week, 3 days a week full body. And those sessions are like I said, like maximum like or minimum recoverable volume. So it's like you're gonna do like the best. I think the optimal recoverable or MRV is like 20 sets per muscle or something like that per muscle group. Yeah, so like you start out at like 6 to 8 sets per muscle. So So you're not like fucking like doing a crazy amount of volume, so that way your muscles can't recover to do that in like 2 days down the road. So when you're just starting out, if you do too much volume, you're going to be like, fuck my life, I'm not going back. You know what I mean? You want to start very slow and simple, not a lot of volume, get used to the movements, you know what I mean? Like, get a pump, like, just see what it's like instead of just going in the gym for that first time and fucking killing yourself. Because then you're going to be like, I ain't going back. It's a long process, you know what I mean?
You have a bad experience the first time,
I kill myself now, but that wasn't how it was when I started. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like, I knew, like, some shit because like football and stuff like that, but I still didn't know how to like optimally like train. Yeah, because like the lack of a good like strength and training coach.
Honestly though, personally, you were lucky that you played football and you were in a gym and stuff and seeing other people.
Because I didn't have that anxiety.
That's what I mean. Like if another person that might have been the same weight as you and didn't play sports at all and stuff, might have not been able to go.
That's a great point.
you did. So
yeah, and that's something that people that's something that people like have a trouble time with is like, oh, well, I'm scared of going to gyms. And actually, my girlfriend kind of struggles with this. She's not big into like lifting and stuff like that, but she likes to be active. Like yesterday, we went on a walk and stuff, and she like did some Peloton like bike workout or whatever. She's got a Peloton in her house, but she just doesn't like. She's uncomfortable in gym settings.
Yeah, some people just are.
Yeah, it's like just like that feeling like, oh, everyone's looking at me, and that feeling goes away once you know what you're doing, because you're like, I don't really give a fuck what people think, because I know what I'm doing and my goals, and this is gonna help me reach those goals. And I feel like some people go in the gym, don't know what they're doing. Feel like everyone's looking at them, never walk in a gym again. It's like it sucks, because like you said, like I benefited from the fact that I played sports, and that sport was heavily leaned on strength training and conditioning in the gym and the weight room and stuff like that. So I was already equipped to like be in a gym and stuff like that.
You had friends that like that were into lifting and stuff. So it was like some people they don't.
They have no idea what to do. And I know a couple people now that are into lifting. That weren't ever into lifting, like some girls from school and some guys that are like into lifting now that I never would expect to get into lifting. But like, good for them. Like, they got into it. They got over that hump of like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Learned, taught themselves. I'm assuming a lot of them fucking learned on YouTube University, because you can learn anything on YouTube, bro. And that's how I learned. Like, literally, that's how I learned to diet too. Like, just everything YouTube. Like, if you, that's why I like. Not that I hate it. I love when people ask me questions. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us in the DMs or whatever, like however you want to contact us. But I love when people ask me questions and I can answer them and provide value to them. And that's kind of why we're doing this podcast too, is to like help people and give them some advice and stuff. But I kind of hate it at the same time, because it's like people they hit me up because they know I'll answer. And I answer every single DM. So if I didn't answer your DM, you're lying. I answer every single DM. I try to give you the best like advice I can possible, and if I can't, then I'll lead you in the direction to who to reach out to or where to look. But like, people ask me because they're comfortable and they know me and they know I'll answer. And I'm not gonna fucking bullshit them and lie to try to get their money or anything like that. I'm just trying to help you. Like, that's my sole like purpose in life, I believe, is to help people reach their goals, whether like those goals have anything to do with fitness or anything like that. But people ask me because they're comfortable and they know me, rather than just going on fucking Google or going on YouTube, because like, you don't know who to believe. You know what I mean?
No, you really don't.
And it sucks, because like, that's how I started. Like, the way I train now is like completely different from when I used to train, because like you like look up to like people like, I don't know, I'm not gonna name any names, but like you look up to these people that are like fucking like just have crazy genetics and they're fucking jacked, and they say, oh, do this, it's good for this, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna do that, but in reality that's not.
Yeah, because because some people like if you say that to the like you do that like because I feel like if you exercise, it might not like you might have good genetics, but it might not work for you. That person might have good genetics, but it might not work for you.
I forgot to set the timer. Oh, shit. Let me just check on the thing.
11 minutes.
All right, we're still good. I forgot to set the timer, so I'm just making sure that we don't do what we did last episode.
That would be crazy.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
But like, just like if a person that has like good genetics, and tells you to do this, and you might not have as good as genetics as them, it's not going to work.
Like, and that's where people struggle, because they're like, I want to look like said person. Like, insert influencer here. You know what I mean? It's like, you're not going to look like him. He's a fucking freak of nature, and his genetics are amazing. And he's been training for 20 years. Like, you're not going to look like him in 10 years. Or not 10 years, like 2 years or whatever the fuck. However long you think you're going to look like that person.
Yeah. But I feel like, honestly, like you said like before, like, everyone that goes to the gym, they're all there
goals for the same thing.
Exactly.
To get healthier, get fit, get more, like, it's all like, that's why I don't understand the anxiety thing. Like, I understand it, and I understand like where people are coming from, but just everyone, like, you gotta like realize no one's looking at you. Yeah. They're just, or maybe they are. Maybe you're very attractive.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like for girls, it's like, you've like you said, you've seen a guy, that's like, it must be, dude, and there's some girls, there is creeps out there.
Girls check me out at the gyms, like older ladies. Like, I can see older ladies like staring at me and shit like that, but like, it's like, whatever. They're old. Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But like, I could understand like where girls are coming from. They're like, oh, like, it's scary. I would be scared too. It sucks that it's like that, but like it's just some fucking dudes are creeps. Like if I see a girl working out and like she's attractive, because most girls that are in the gym, they're better looking than the average girl who's like I think just you even being in the gym is like plus 2 points. You know what I mean?
I think that's pretty.
It's very attractive for a girl to be,
because you're trying to better for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It means you got a good head. Yeah, good head on your shoulders. You know what I mean? Good head. But what was I saying? But like like. I understand that, and if I see a girl, like, I'm not gonna, like, check them out, because I know, like, girls, like, think, like, people are checking them out. Yeah. I'm gonna look at them, like, because I just walk around the gym, I smile at everyone, I give eye contact, I look at everyone, just do whatever. Nice, and I work at the gym now, so it's, like, even better, because people know I work there. Yeah. But, like, now I have, like, an excuse to, like, say something, but it's, like, we're all there for the same reason, and fucking... You're awesome because you're here and you don't care what people think and you're trying to better yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
That's exactly.
And I would never like interrupt anyone that's working out. Like, I don't even like to interrupt people because like I hate it too. So like, why would I go up to like someone and be like, "Oh, excuse me," and like say something? It's like I wouldn't. You
know what? You know what's hard, dude, is that I've had so many times at like RMA when like you're working out and stuff, because RMA is a really good place. You know, everyone, the atmosphere is just everyone's just chill and stuff. And like I had a lot of the older people there that they know my family and stuff because they've been going there for like my dad went there when he was young and stuff, and they went there and when like you're working out and it's like, I don't know if you ever get this, but they'll start making a conversation with you, and like it sucks because it's like you gotta lift and you're gonna try to work out, and it's like you're in a set and you don't want to be over a minute in your set. Like, damn,
well, a lot of people will wait, and this is what I do if I ever like need to talk to someone or something like that. I'll wait until like they're resting, like staring at their phone or something like that. But also, if they have headphones in, leave them fuck alone. Like, they're just trying to be in the zone, you know what I mean? But yeah, people, like, come up to me sometimes. Like, one dude came up to me one time, and he was like, hey, like, sorry to... I'm, like, doing tricep extensions, and, like, I'm just looking in the mirror or whatever, and then I, like, stop, I look at my phone, and he comes up to me, he's like, excuse me, like, I don't mean to interrupt you, and I think he's a gay dude, too, and, like, he goes to the gym with, like, his boyfriend and stuff like that, and he always just, like, look at me, and I'm like, oh my god. But he came up to me, and he was like, I just wanted to ask you, how'd you get such a thick chest? And I was like, what the fuck? I've never heard that before. But, like, then I look in the mirror and stuff like that now, and I'm like, I do have a thick chest. Like, my chest is pretty thick. Yeah. You guys see my... It's pretty thick. I got man titties. No, I got nice boobs though, for real. But he's just like, oh, how'd you get a thick chest? And like, I'm talking to him, and then he just like goes on and on about stuff, and I'm just like, like, I'm just trying to lift, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But like, you don't want to be a dick. Like,
no, because you don't want to be.
He was just curious. He wanted to get a better chest, probably. So he was just wondering how I got mine. Yeah. And I was literally, I was honest with him. I was like, honestly, I've just like trained my ass off, but also like I used to be really overweight, so that probably has something to do with it because like I was always thicker, so like just like building that muscle while I was losing the body fat on top of it, like probably just helped.
That's good though that you were like nice to him, because like some people that might just be like, yo, get away from me. Like,
some people are dicks. That's just that's the benefit of Planet Fitness. No one's really a dick at Planet Fitness. It's all nice people, you know.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Even in Wareham, there's just like everyone's nice.
I heard,
you know what I mean?
And you know what's also a good gym to start too is like Anytime Fitness. I think that's like
that's decent.
Like, it's not as big as I think Planet Fitness, but it's still it's not it's decent.
So when I said earlier like there's like a bunch of ways that you can lift and stuff like that, I was talking about like your splits and like people like it's called a workout split or a mesocycle or not a mesocycle but like a workout split, a routine, a regimen, like whatever you want to call it, a program. Because people like don't know like the lingo. Like we're bros, so we just call it a split. It's called a split. Bro split. But yeah, that's a type of split too. Is the bro split, which is PPL, which is push pull legs or pull legs push or whatever the hell, like whatever order you want it. But push pull legs is like a huge like one, and this could be a 3-day-a-week plan or it could be a 6-day-a-week plan. And I feel like I'm going to end up doing that once I hire my coach, because that's probably what he does, because that's what like most bodybuilders do is like a push-pull legs like type of split. Push-pull legs, and then rest. But also most trainers, if you're hiring a personal trainer, they're going to start you off, like I said, like on a full body training thing, like 2 days a week or 3 days a week full body, and that's just like a couple upper body exercises and a couple lower body exercises, not a lot of sets. Just to like see where you're at, get those muscles like stimulated a little bit, and then like transition into something else. But also another common split. These are just like the 3 like common splits. Is upper lower. So it's like upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body, rest. and then repeat. Or like some people do it 6 days a week, like upper lower, upper lower, upper lower, rest, upper lower. Like that's what I would probably do if I was to do that, because I like to train 6 days a week because I'm fucking crazy. No, but I just like training. And I hate taking rest days, which we talked about last episode.
Yeah,
we just fucking hate resting. But those are the most common splits. Look them up. Renaissance Periodization has a great video on YouTube discussing like each split and like what's the benefits and pros and cons of all those splits. You should probably watch that too. It's a really good video.
Good video, yeah.
And they're great content creators. Like all their stuff on there is amazing. I wanted to ask you though, like what are your thoughts on like the importance of like warming up and cooling down? Like do you do warm ups and cool downs?
I do. Or especially like for lifting or running.
Both.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Well, you literally have to.
You really,
super important. Don't skip your warm ups, guys.
Yeah.
I skip warm ups all the time.
You do, yeah.
But listen to me, don't do it because like it's super beneficial. Like I don't like necessarily like today was shoulder day, so I took we got PVC pipes at Planet Fitness, and I do like over the head with the PVC pipe and stuff like that, stretch out the shoulders a little bit, and then I'll do like 2 to 3 warm-up sets with like a lighter weight, progressively like get higher weight, and then I'll work to my working sets.
Yeah, with like weightlifting, I do like bands as my like warm-up.
Yeah, or bands. I do a lot of bands for like shoulder activation, like with the bands and stuff, just to warm the shoulders up. Mostly when I'm warming up, it's because my shoulders, because I got chronic shoulder instability, which is like my shoulders can sublux and pop in and out of their sockets, like if I push them too hard. Yeah, so like it mostly happens when they're already like fatigued. Like it happened one year, I believe it was junior year. I was incline pressing, which I don't even fucking incline press anymore because of this. Yeah. But also because it's fucking useless for the chest, and like it's good if you're like trying to develop. Well, I guess it's not like optimal, but it's a decent like front delt, like clavicular deltoid like exercise. Your front delt right here, because that's where you're pressing. Like you're not contracting the pec muscles. Like your pectoral fibers go this way. They don't go like when you're incline pressing, you're not even like you're not contracting your chest at all. Like, or you are, but like very slightly compared to like a flat bench or a decline. But and that's something I learned in my book, basically. So but I haven't incline pressed in like forever, but I was incline pressing 75s, and I was like on my last set and I was super fatigued already, and I went up. And then I couldn't go all the way up, and I tried to like push and lock out, and my shoulder just popped out. I dropped the dumbbell right on my toe. Right on my big toe. My big toenail went black, and then I had to peel it off. It was like fucking disgusting. So be careful when you're doing movements like those. But yeah, that's the importance. Like you want to warm up. And what about cool downs? Do you do cool down sessions or like stretching or like something like? What do you do after?
For running, I'll do like a little walk. I'll do a walk because you're supposed to you don't want to like.
Oh, there's a timer. Yeah, walking's great. Like I said, like that's all I do. Like literally, I'm about to go for a walk after you leave too, because I got to get my outdoor workout in or whatever. And I'm not doing that shit at 4 a.m. So I got to do that after. Yeah. But So for running, you do a cool down walk.
Cool down walk. I'll walk down.
Walking is good for warming up too. Like sometimes if I'm like training early in the morning, I'll go and I'll walk on the treadmill for like 10-20 minutes. Just to like wake up a little bit, warm up. Drink my pre-workout or something like that, like just to get the blood moving. You know what I mean? What do you do for weightlifting? Do you do a cool down?
I do a cool down. Sometimes, like for a cool down, like for legs, I usually do like my mom's bike because she has like a bike thing, like a bike machine. So I use that for like a cool down and stuff, like for 5 minutes or so, a little bit. Maybe 10 minutes depends.
Yeah, that's all you need. 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
It's just to lower the heart rate down. You know, you just had an intense training session, or like your heart rate was pumping, blood was moving, and it's good to get blood to the muscles that you train that day after. After your like intense workout or whatever, just to get some blood moving in there to promote recovery.
Yeah, because you would say cool down and warm up. You shouldn't do it longer than
5-10 minutes. Max 15.
Max 15. Yeah,
that's all you really need. Because like people, like obviously, like your training session is going to take like a half hour to an hour, so it's like you don't want to. Or maybe you go in the gym and you're there for an hour and a half, so like you don't want those warm up times to take away from your workout. You know what I mean? But they're definitely super beneficial. I forgot to set the timer again, so we're gonna set it at 17. There we go. All right, but other than that. I wanted to talk about good form and range of motion. Yeah. Full range of motion, because stop doing these fucking partial reps with heavy ass weight that you can barely move, because you're going to get way better benefits from a lighter weight going through the full range of motion in a movement. Yeah. Like bench pressing from from here to here is not gonna like this isn't a bench press, guys. Like you gotta go all the way down and all the way up. That's how you're gonna like get the best, like biggest bang for your buck, you know what I mean? But like form
is big. It's in like, I don't feel like people realize on how important it is until you really read into it and read like the facts.
Speaking of reading into it, that's a lot of the stuff in my book that I'm reading right now. It talks about the physics and stuff of training and like full range of motion. In the form of like the anatomical way your body is supposed to move, like certain parts of your body, because your body like with weights and stuff like that, it's called the physics of resistance exercise, and it talks about like using your like arms in reference as levers and stuff like that, like levers and weights, like your elbows a pivot, like it just talks about like movement, literally like movement, like how like certain movements are bad because like the like the way the resistance is like opposite gravity, or it's like not like there's just, it's crazy, it's so in depth.
It's crazy.
Like, I don't want to get into like too deep, like people aren't gonna know like the terms and stuff like centrifugal force and like friction force and like all this stuff, but I'm learning a shit ton, and it's great because I'm gonna utilize it with my training definitely in the future, like after everything, like after I do my show and stuff, because obviously I'm gonna follow whatever my coach wants me to do. I'm not gonna be like, no, well I think you should do this. It's like, why the fuck did you hire me, you know what I mean? But yeah, do your full range of motion, guys. Go through a movement. Don't do your dumbbell curls like this. Like you're gonna get way better results if you go up and down. And stop like ego lifting. Like use lighter weight. Don't use weight that you have to like swing the fucking barbell, because then you're just like you're just fucking your erector spinae and your lower back.
Or if you're like you're squatting, you're not going all the way down. You know, some people
go below 90.
Yeah, some people usually don't. You know,
people don't even get to 90, which is when your leg is like this. When you're at the bottom of a squat, your leg should be down. Like your leg literally. Your knee should be at your fucking chest. Like, get ass to grass, guys. You guys are a bunch of pussies. Like, I don't ever go to the gym anymore and like think like, oh, I'm gonna lift like heavy today. Like, it's like I want to tax my muscles properly, do good form, focus on like how fast I'm moving the weight, how slow it's moving, like stuff like that. I'm not like, I don't give a fuck about the number on the bar. Honestly, I wish like, when you go to a gym, I'm surprised Planet Fitness doesn't have this, but if you went to like a gym and stuff like that and have the weight stacks, have letters on the weight stacks, like A through like whatever, how many plates, instead of having numbers, so people don't give a fuck about, like, they don't know what they're lifting, but they know, okay, I did A last time, so I'm going to do B this time, you know what I mean? So I know it's more. It's rather than like, oh, I'm only doing 12 pounds on this machine, I should be doing more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like it's in your head, in your mind, it's like, you know, you think, so you do it a little bit higher and it ends up being
I think that would be awesome.
Dude, if you ever make a gym, let's do it, bro.
That's not a bad idea. Nah, I feel like if I made a gym, it would be like, I definitely like when I'm older, I want a home gym, but also like if I was to like open up my own gym, it wouldn't be like a Planet Fitness, like low barrier to entry. It would be like fucking bunch of dudes like fucking slamming some weights and shit, you know what I mean? Bunch of cool shit.
Like loud shit.
Yeah, loud music. Yeah. It wouldn't be Planet Fitness like at all. I don't even like training at Planet Fitness.
Wait,
it's just
like Planet Fitness, like, aren't you not supposed to like drop the weights and stuff?
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Yeah, you can get in trouble for that, right?
Yeah, there's a dude. I was gonna talk about this in the intro, but there was a dude that was dropping. He was going, and that's to do with the full range of motion shit too. 75 is all the dumbbells go up to. So he's using the 75, doing overhead tricep extensions this, right? Yeah. Just doing this. Yeah. Just this. That's what he was doing. He just looked like an idiot doing that. But that's what he was doing, right? And then when he was done with his set, he would go, oh my God, and just slam the weight on the ground. Did it like 4 times. Like, my boss wouldn't let me set the lunk alarm off, but I wanted to do it because it was funny. Because it's funny. Have you ever heard that?
No.
Shit's loud as fuck, bro.
So what is it?
It's honestly dangerous because, you know, like, it'd probably, like, if I was at the bottom of a squat, like, and, like, struggling and that shit went off, I'd probably drop the weight, how loud it is.
So what, does that mean, like, when, like, someone's doing, like, you know...
Yeah, if they're dropping the weights or if they're, like, curling, they're going, like, you, like, bro, like, you're curling, like, 15-pound dumbbells. Like, why are you moaning like that? You know what I mean? But, like, my boss, like, went over and was going to say something to him, but then he stopped, like, right as she started walking over, so it was whatever. But, yeah, dude was like, dude, that weight is clearly too heavy for you if you have to slam it on the ground because you can't slowly put it back down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm over there, like, declining decline pressing to 75s, and I'm not slamming them, like, you know what I mean? Because I can actually fucking move them and control it. Yeah. But not to toot my own horn again, but toot. I need a new gym because their dumbbells don't go high enough. Also, I wanted to talk about its benefits. Just exercise as a whole, not even just weightlifting, like running. Like, obviously, both of us have like a good amount of experience in the realm of its benefits on not only our physical health but our mental health. So, what are some of the things that you've noticed with you, and even with other people, like talking about it, or what you? How do I put this?
How you like present yourself, kind of?
Just like its benefits on your mental health. Like, how does it make you feel and stuff like that? And like, because I've heard I've talked to other people about it and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, like it is, like, and they just like talk about how awesome it is for that aspect, other than just like looking better. But even that, like looking better and like making yourself look better and
being able to like look,
that makes you fucking happier. You're like, I look better. Boom, there, benefit on mental wellness.
Exactly,
mental wellness. It's like. But what are some things you've noticed, like with your running and your training and stuff like that have like benefited you mentally on the mental side of things?
Definitely my confidence.
Yeah,
my confidence.
Yeah,
like,
me too, dude.
Like,
dude, that's crazy.
That's, like confidence is like, it's a big thing, you know. And you know, and
this goes back to like if everyone was naked. Confidence and self-esteem and all that shit would be fucking diminished because everyone's like naked and everyone's out there and like no one would fucking care. It's like, oh, you're naked? Me too. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely like because confidence, you know, you earn confidence. So like over time with the training, like when I first started to run, when I was able to like to run like 1 to 3 miles. And then
I've never done more than a 5K.
Really?
Yeah, my 5K time, the last time I did was like 36 minutes. I was a big boy back then.
Oh, yeah. So I was going to say, yeah. But, like, you know, over time, like, for me, like, you know, when I was going from 1 to 3 miles and then going towards 10 and then now going towards, like, almost 18. 18 is the most miles I ever ran so far right now. I know I could do more
18,
and stuff.
Dang. Yeah, 18. That's only just over half of a marathon.
Half of a marathon. You know
that's crazy.
That's not, you know,
and you're trying to run a marathon, not a half marathon?
Yeah. Oh,
You should race a half marathon first.
Yeah, you're not gonna. They say that people that go for a full marathon never last. They'll end up. They won't finish because you have to first. They have to do a half marathon to get to a full marathon.
So are you gonna race a half marathon first?
Yeah, and also like to get into like, you know, the Boston Marathon, the New York Marathon, you have to have half marathons under your belt, and you have to have other marathons. So I have to, you know, like you can't just be like,
you can't just, I'm gonna do it.
And you have to have like sponsors and stuff too. But I wouldn't have to worry about that because I already know what I'm gonna be sponsoring with and stuff.
Lost Breed.
That is gonna be.
If you
one
guys
of my
need sick ass clothing, go down to the link in the show notes in the description. It's lostbreed.com, right?
Yeah, lostbreed.com. Yeah.
Lostbreed.com. Yeah. Code?
Huh?
Do you have a code?
No, not yet. But they're gonna be making me.
Oh yeah, you need a code.
Yeah,
I need to get a code too. I need to fucking start doing that. Well, there's like I looked on their website.
Is it Ambassador?
Yeah, there's a thing.
But you know what sucks is that they're like, they don't because when they first started to do that, so many people
were hitting them up.
Like we're hitting them up.
Yeah, because they're a great brand.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and
sick ass clothes.
That's what I mean, dude. They're like, I don't know. They're just different too. Like their shirts and their shorts, you know.
You guys will meet them eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But like also, because my mom, she's been bound MS like for her whole life, so
MS.
I'll be running for MS.
What is MS?
It's a disease like that women get and stuff. It's like it's a bad disease.
What is MS? Like, what does it stand for? So is it a blood thing?
Yeah, it's
meso. So it's like meso something.
Yeah, I'll look it up. But she's been on that for a long time, and I'm gonna be running it. I'm gonna run that for MS.
Multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's a skin disease, right?
No, I don't think. No, I don't think so. It's different.
Demyelinating. Okay, insulating covers the nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord are damaged. This damage disrupts the ability of parts of the nervous system. Okay, so it's a nervous system thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I'll be running for her for that and stuff, and then
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'll be, you know, but yeah, no, I definitely with confidence is like I wouldn't even just say with running, but even just like going to the gym. Like when I first started to go to the gym, I
hate it, right? You hate that that first like couple times you go to the gym, but those are the fucking best workouts because the way you feel after and the serotonin, the dopamine, everything that like releases after a workout, like you can have like the shittiest day and you're like, I don't want to work out today. But I guarantee you, if you fucking force yourself to go to the gym, like, you're going to feel so much better afterward.
And do you ever get that feeling, like, after you get a workout in, right? Not even a good workout, any workout in. And then after you get that feeling, it's like, damn, I want to do another workout. Yeah, like, you want to keep going. It's like
and people are like probably like listening to this who don't, like, if you don't work out and stuff like that, they're like, look at these fucking dummies. Like, they're just fucking weirdos. It's like, no, talk to anyone who works out, they'll say the exact same thing. Yeah. Like, and they're not lying. Like, we're not, I swear to God, we're not a cult just saying this shit. Like, we're fucking being honest with you guys. Like, I forget what it's called. It's like, there was a certain thing I talked about in a podcast I listened to today, but yeah, like, the way you feel after a workout. Sometimes my best workouts are like days I'm like sick or like hungover or something like that. Yeah, I'll force myself to go to the gym even if I feel like shit, and after it makes me feel better. And a lot of people say like, oh, sweating it out like after a hangover and stuff like makes them feel better. It obviously it doesn't, because you're already dehydrated enough.
Dude, you know what?
But like you feel good after for some reason.
You know what? Like, the best workouts I ever gotten is after like a heartbreak. Them shits are the best. I've gone. I mean, to me.
Yeah, I have too, but like, I was fat back then, so I don't even remember them like that. Yeah. And that had a lot to do with like some of my depression and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. I feel better now about them because now I'm like, fuck them bitches. Like, look at me now, motherfucker. But it builds stuff like self-esteem too. You know what I mean? It heightens your self-esteem, builds confidence, stuff like that. Even when you just like start, like, you'll feel it right away. I remember I used to walk around like this. I used to wear big shirts so you couldn't tell I was fat, even though I was clearly fat. Yeah. Like, I would wear like triple XL like hoodies and stuff like that. Always being in a hoodie. And a buddy of mine, Fazoli, actually. Oh yeah, you know how he lost mad weight.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
he hit me up when I started losing weight and stuff like that, and we talked for a little while. And he was talking about like, dude, isn't it just like awesome not to wear a hoodie all the time? Because he did this exact same thing. We were both like similar like sizes and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, like, that's crazy. Like, I didn't even think of that. Like, I was always in a hoodie, even like in the summer and stuff, like when it was warm, because you just like insecure about your body. You don't want to show it to anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I was never, and that's why I drank a lot. In high school and stuff, I had no confidence. It was liquid confidence, bro. Like, that's why it's called that, because you just don't care.
Yeah, it sucks that people, like, that's what they go through.
And that's why a lot of people overweight drink a lot. Like, literally, if like, I remember even going to college and stuff like that. I didn't drink a lot in college. Like, I didn't go out and party and stuff, sadly. I wish I did, but I remember, like, when I did, like, there was a lot of overweight people, like, at the parties and stuff like that, but they were, like, talking to, like, I don't know, like, you could just tell, like, oh, I understand. You know what I mean? Because I knew what it felt like to like not be confident unless you had that shot or something like that. You know what I mean? I used to have that, and like sometimes, like, obviously, like, I still get liquid confidence. Like, if I drank, I would have more confidence than I do now. But like, now I walk with my chest up. You know what I mean? Shoulders back. Like, I look at everyone. I smile at everyone. I'm not walking around like this anymore. Like, looking at the lockers and stuff down the hallway and stuff like that. Like, the confidence boost is ridiculous.
No, it's definitely.
Like people who knew me in high school, like, if they met me now, like, even you, like, I'm not fucking who I was. Like, you don't even know. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm a completely different person.
You're a new person. Yeah, and like, I feel like, you know, and what other like builds like confidence too is like when people say, oh damn, like, you look good, or like, you know, if I'm like running down like Main Street. Oh, okay.
Sometimes when it's the same person repeating it,
or if it's the same person, that's different.
And it kind of sucks when you like don't feel like your best.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you look good. It's like, you think I look good when I look like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I experience that, but like, I still like, oh, I gotta be grateful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I got that a couple. That's exactly. You gotta be grateful, because some, you know.
Yeah, it's like when you think you don't look as good as you do, and then people like compliment you and say you look good, but you feel like shit, and you feel like you don't look good. It like helps you, but it also like reminds you like you're not where you want to be. But like, it is a good thing. No, it definitely is.
Exactly. Yeah, because it like makes that. It shows that person actually notices you.
Yeah, and that's something I love about my girlfriend. Like, that's why I'm with her. Like, she just always compliments me and stuff like that, and I've never had that before in any of my relationships.
So that's
and she just like boosts my confidence and like alone, like calling me sexy and shit like that. It's like I feel like in it, like even like when I don't feel good about myself, like I can like if I like. Say I'm bloated that day and like I just look in the mirror and I can't see my abs or something like that, and like she's just like complimenting me like, dang, like you look so good right now, and I'm like in my head I'm like, I don't, but dang, she really like thinks I look good right now. I must look good for her. Like, it's like, okay, so that like it sucks, but it doesn't. It's awesome. Like, but it really is.
You know, wouldn't you agree on though with this is that how like confidence it's earned? Like, you know, with all with what you did, you know, with your weight loss journey and stuff, that's what helped you build more confidence and then into what you are now.
And it's motivation too. Like, people ask, how are you so motivated and stuff? Because I don't want to go fucking back to where the fuck I was. You know what I mean? I was at the fucking bottom of the barrel. Like, I don't want to go back to that. So I'm going to keep fucking going. And people get this mixed up all the time too. And it pisses me off.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, how do I, like, get motivated? Fucking do it. Like, just do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have motivation. I just fucking went to the damn gym, lifted some weights, and then I was like, damn, that felt good. I'm going to do it again. Then you start seeing the weight drop, and then I start seeing, like, myself look better in the mirror, and I'm like, fuck, that's the motivation. Like, the motivation is actually doing the fucking work, and that's going to give you the motivation. It's not like, oh, I'm going to fucking look up, like, a speech on fucking YouTube. Maybe it'll motivate me to go to the gym. Yeah. It's like, no.
That shit don't
go
work.
to the gym, work out, and then you're going to be like, dang. I just, like, did that myself, and that gives you the motivation to go back, because you're like, I did it yesterday, so I'm going to do it again today, and that just builds, it just grows.
Sometimes, like, and like with me, like, when I was working out and stuff, and, like, I was giving myself, like, motivation of just looking at myself in the mirror and just saying, like, all right, another day, you know, working out, let's get it, like, you know what I mean, and, like, and that's what helped me build confidence, too, because it's also, you know, you motivating yourself, you know, like you said, you didn't want to go back to what you looked like before, so, you know, you're going to just keep going, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like.
Yeah, motivation is earned, confidence is earned, and it builds over time when you repeat the like, those tasks, like going to the gym and stuff like that, and it builds. Even the smallest things, like, make it build. All right, we're back. We had a little bit of an intermission. The camera battery was going to die, so then we were like, oh, let's just charge it for a little bit. We charged it for like 10 minutes, and then we put it back in the camera, and obviously it's still low, but we figured that 10 minutes would, like, make it charge a little bit so we could last for, like, another, like, 15 minutes. It didn't, so that's why you're not seeing our faces right now. We couldn't record this. We're in a little bit of a time crunch, so we just wanted to wrap this up anyways. We don't have much longer, so just bear with us and stare at this beautiful logo that I designed by myself. But yeah, you guys, like, where to start? Start with walking, maybe. Just like 10 minutes a day or whatever. I wouldn't change your nutrition that much, but just always keep in mind that you can't outwork a bad diet, and it really comes down to you can only lose weight if you're in a caloric deficit. Whether you get that deficit from training your ass off or just, like, eating a little bit less than you normally do. Yeah. Because you can eat the same amount of food you are right now if you're fucking obvious. Like, if you're a very sedentary person and all you do is sit on your ass all day and eat, if you just got up and started walking 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, you'll start to lose weight. Like, that's how I see it. Because you're going to be burning a little more calories, unless you eat those calories back during that day, because then you won't be in a deficit and you'll still be where you're at, because you're going to be eating at maintenance or in a surplus like you have been. But when it comes to training and stuff like that and trying to look better, the more muscle you have, if you didn't know this, the more muscle you have, the more calories you're going to burn at rest, because muscle burns more calories than anything else in your body. When you're resting, you burn calories when you're sleeping and stuff like that. Like, we talked about this in the last episode. We talked about everything. Yeah, but when you have more muscle, you're going to burn more calories, and that's why you see, like, these bodybuilders and these big jack dudes eating a shit ton of fucking food. Because they need to feed their muscles, and their muscles have to be fed, or else they're gonna lose them.
Do you ever see the world's strongest man, like, what he eats?
Yeah, he eats like 10,000, 11,000 calories a day.
It's like he eats, like, they went out to, like I think it was like,
he had like a Texas whole cheesecake, right?
Yeah, but he had like 4 steaks, bro, like 4 big ribeyes.
I remember seeing that.
Dude, it was crazy.
It was Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall, yeah.
Eddie Hall
he's
had
dog,
like a whole fucking cheesecake for dessert or some shit.
He's crazy.
But yeah, they gotta feed the beast. You know what I mean? You gotta in order to keep that muscle, you have to feed it. Like, you can't just, like, eat less and like that's why people like even me, like, I struggle with it still, like, learning to eat a little bit more because I need it, because I train hard and stuff like that. Like, when I was, like, training my ass off and eating, like, so little, I wasn't making any gains or any progress because of the fact I wasn't feeding my muscles and fueling them properly. Now that I'm eating more, I look better. I sure as hell fucking feel better because I'm not, like, depleting myself. My training sessions are better. I'm starting to increase the weight a little bit more, like, getting stronger, so that's great. And just, like, even, like, when I look in the mirror, like, I just look like a bigger version of what I did when I was 180. So, like, it's not that that's the goal, is to get stronger and gain weight but still look the same. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's how, like, what else could you want? You know what I mean? Looking the same way in the mirror, but being stronger and having bigger muscles and stuff like that. It's like, that's great.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about this too a little bit, and then we can wrap this up. But do you need supplements to gain weight, Cubes?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
You don't, guys. You literally don't need supplements. So stop asking me what supplements to take. But if you wanted to take supplements, go down one of the links down in the description below, and go to FNX Fit. Oh shit! I almost just dropped my water and the cap's open. But go to fnxfit.com. They got great functional supplements, protein powders, pre-workouts, BCAAs, multivitamins, sleep meds, like all this stuff.
Everything.
They got everything, guys. And all their products are delicious. All the powdered forms, like proteins and all that good stuff. They're delicious. You can use code TREV at checkout for 20% off. Maybe I'll get a FOEcast link and a FOEcast code, so that way they're actually sponsoring the podcast. But yeah, if you guys need supplements, they're just like it says it within the name itself. They're supplements. They're supplements to your diet. Just have a good diet. We're gonna sound like broken records when we talk on this podcast because we're gonna say the same shit. But you can't outwork a bad diet. But you do need protein, and you can get that from Whole Foods. If you want to build muscle and you want to get jacked like me, you need protein. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not that jacked. But other than that, I think that will wrap the episode up a little bit. Yeah, like I said, you guys need supplements, go in one of the links down in the description. It'll probably be the first or second link. Where can people find you, Cubes?
On Instagram, acubes123, and then on Snapchat, acubes123.
Is it acubes?
Yeah, I just changed it.
Oh, you just changed it? Oh, so they're the same?
Yeah.
Did you do it for this purpose?
Yes, of course I did.
Repeat yourself. You're not talking loud enough.
On Instagram, acubes123, and then on Snapchat, acubes123.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you guys can find me on Instagram at the Trevor Violet. That is TheTrevor VIOLETTT. Ooh, E-T-T-E, not T. There's only two T's, guys. I don't even know how to spell my last name. I'm exhausted from this work week, dude. But also, we didn't plug this on the last couple episodes, but we have an actual FOEcast Instagram. we just haven't said it on here. It's kind of weird. But you guys can follow the podcast Instagram at
give us a follow.
The FOEcast. TheFoecast. And I hope you guys enjoy this beautiful logo, by the way. But other than that, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. Helps us out a lot. Try to gain some viewers and some listeners, you know what I mean? We're trying to help as many people as we can with this podcast and give you guys some value, entertain you, impact you, educate you.
Motivate you.
Yeah, just all of the above, guys. Literally.
All the good stuff.
But yeah, if you guys laughed, enjoyed, learned something, anything of that sort, share this with a friend, a family member. Share it with your cousin's, girlfriend's, dog's second owner. Just share it with everyone. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We will see you guys in the next one.
We out.
Peace.